3 years ago, Derek finally landed the promotion he'd been grinding toward for most of his career: senior software architect. His income jumped from $92,000 to $128,000 overnight, a 39% raise. It felt like he'd won. He remembers sitting in a sleek glass conference room, high above the city, hearing the news and thinking, "This is it. Life is about to get easier." No more stress. No more paycheck-to-paycheck living. Real savings, real comfort. Fast forward to today. Derek now earns $141,000 a year. That's a 53% income increase in just 3 years. And somehow, he has less money saved than he did before the promotion. He checks his bank balance more often. He feels more anxious about money. He feels more trapped. Not less. The strange part, Derek isn't reckless with money. He doesn't buy luxury watches. He doesn't drive exotic cars. He just made reasonable upgrades. A better apartment in a nicer neighborhood, plus $800 a month. A newer car to match the new title, plus $350 a month. A premium gym near the office, $160 a month instead of $30. Better clothes. Better food. Better everything. Each decision felt logical. Earned. Deserved. But together, those small upgrades quietly consumed his entire raise, and more. Derek didn't become wealthier. He became more expensive. And now he needs his high salary just to maintain a lifestyle that doesn't even make him happier than before. He didn't choose this life consciously. He drifted into it. My name is Bobby, and I spend an unhealthy amount of time analyzing why earning more money almost never leads to having more money. If you've gotten raises but still feel broke. If your income keeps rising but your savings do. You're not bad with money. You're experiencing something most people never measure. It's called lifestyle inflation. And today, I'm going to show you a calculation that exposes exactly how much of your life you are trading away to support upgrades you barely notice anymore. I call it the lifestyle inflation hourly rate. Once you see it, you'll never look at spending the same way again. Here's the real problem. We think about income yearly, but we experience spending monthly. A $36,000 raise sounds massive. But an extra $800 a month feels harmless. Until you do the math. That $800 apartment upgrade. That's $9,600 per year. Derek's raise just dropped from $36,000 to $26,400 from one decision. But the real cost isn't money. It's time. Derek earns about $42 per hour after taxes. That means his apartment upgrade costs him 19 hours of work every single month. 228 hours per year. Almost 6 full work weeks. Not to build wealth. Not to create freedom. Not to invest. Just to keep a nicer apartment he barely enjoys because he's always working to pay for it. The gym. Not $160. That's 45 hours of labor per year. The car. Not $350. That's 100 hours of labor per year. Add everything up and Derek is working nearly 500 extra hours every year just to fund lifestyle upgrades that once felt exciting, but now feel normal. That's 3 full months of his life, every year, gone. Here's the formula, so you can calculate yours. Add up every expense that increased as your lifestyle upgraded. Multiply by 12 to get the yearly cost. Divide by your after-tax hourly wage. The result equals how many hours of your life you are trading every year for lifestyle upgrades. For Derek, $1,700 a month in upgrades. $20,400 a year. $42 hour. Equals 486 hours per year. But here's the part nobody talks about. Because of taxes, Derek must earn over $31,000 in gross income just to fund that $20,400 lifestyle. That means most of his raise never stood a chance. Lifestyle inflation didn't just eat his raise. It devoured it with interest. Over a lifetime, this gets terrifying. Two people start at the same salary. One keeps lifestyle modest and invests raises. The other upgrades with every promotion. After 40 years, Person A builds nearly $3.8 million. Person B ends with around $900,000. Same career. Same intelligence. Same effort. The difference: lifestyle inflation cost the second person $2.9 million and years of extra work. Not because they were irresponsible, but because they never measured the real cost. The real enemy here is something called hedonic adaptation. The human brain gets used to upgrades quickly. Derek loved his new apartment for about 3 months. After that, it became normal. The excitement vanished. The payment didn't. Now he's working hundreds of hours every year just to maintain emotional neutrality. Not happiness. Neutrality. The financial treadmill and the psychological treadmill merge into one machine that quietly converts every raise into obligation. So how do you escape this? Step 1, calculate your number. Actually measure how many hours of your life go toward upgrades. Step 2, ask a brutal question. Would I willingly work X hours this year, specifically for this one thing? Would you work 45 hours for the premium gym? Would you work 100 hours for the newer car? Would you work 200+ hours for the nicer apartment? When you frame spending as life hours instead of dollars, everything changes. Step 3, selective downgrading. You don't need to cut everything, just the things that aren't worth the hours. Every $100 month, you remove buys back weeks of your life annually. Step 4, protect the gap. When raises come, don't automatically upgrade. Instead, redirect that money toward freedom, investing, options. That's the difference between high earners who stay trapped and high earners who escape. You've been told that lifestyle upgrades are the reward for hard work. And that story feels good. But there's another truth. Most people aren't enjoying the rewards of their labor. They are quietly exchanging their future freedom for short-term comfort. Hour by hour. Week by week. Year by year. Derek didn't get promoted into a better life. He got promoted into a more expensive cage. The real question isn't how much you earn. The real question is, how many hours of your life are you trading for things you no longer even notice? Run the numbers. Face the number. Then choose deliberately. I've spent years thinking about this, so you don't have to. If this changed how you see money, hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.